This fly's bothering me, bro.
Sorry, it's bothering me. So there could be something here about chatter. When I see little black flies like that, it does talk about gossip. So I do feel like there's been a lot of talk around you at the minute. So the last couple of days, there's been quite a bit of heavy energy, dense energy that has been circulating the soul clusters, okay? I was hearing initiation by fire, okay? Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be literal, not literal fire. It more to me seems metaphorical, okay? In the sense that some of you are going through initiations by some type of heat, pressure, okay? I'm getting like the analogy of pressure makes diamonds, pressure makes pearls, okay? So some of you have been going through, I'm hearing the last 2 to 5 years, very intense situations and circumstances that are not necessarily just stemming from your being, but also stemming from your ancestral line, okay? There's been a lot of clearing out that your ancestors have appointed you to be the head of, to be able to clear through your vessel and through your energy. And they have been helping you with this. Some of you have felt like you have been going through tower moment after tower moment. And when I say tower moment, I literally mean it's just been one catastrophe after another, one situation after another, one doom and gloom after another. And it just feels repetitive, especially if you are from like the ages I'm seeing, like 27, 28 up until about 33, 34. Some of you have been going through your Saturn returns, or some of you have just entered your Saturn return. If you don't know what a Saturn return is, I will say do your research, okay? It's to do with, you know, the astrological alignment within your birth chart, okay? Whether you want to go by Western or Vedic, it's entirely up to you, okay? But I would say check your Western astrological chart for that. But some of you have been going through initial initiations through fire. For some of you, this could look like little fires. It's not for all of you though. Some of you could have had some type of accident when it comes to fire. Some of you, I'm seeing like a house that lit up in flames. However, everyone was okay. There was no casualties or anything like that. There's also something here about mucus on the chest, or something about mucus. There's something here about you being aware of the type of foods that you are eating that are, I'm hearing mucus producing, okay? Someone's got too much mucus in their body is something that I'm getting, very, very specific, okay? So some of you could be noticing that you're eating a lot of, I don't know if it's like processed foods or foods that are not necessarily the best for you, but there's something here about monitoring the foods, okay? Something about them creating heartburn or heat in the chest, all right? So I am seeing like places where you may have had like a house fire, or there's been a fire, a building's gone up in flames, or this could also just be a synchronicity of you seeing fire, okay? There's something about fire here. The initiation by fire, though, is coming to a close, is coming to an end. So you're going to notice that things are going to be a lot lighter. I'm hearing that over the weekend that has just passed, and this is a timeless message. So whenever you see this, it will resonate with you. So the weekend that's just passed, there may have been, I'm also seeing a lot of crying. I'm seeing tears, okay? So your tears are not going unnoticed is also what I'm hearing, okay? So there's something here about you feeling overwhelmed. Some of you have been waking up with like immense anxiety. Time for confirmation. You've been waking up with immense anxiety, okay? And I'm hearing that the anxiety is a representation of a few things. It's a representation of, there is an old version of you that is still trying to hold on and still trying to exist in your current reality. However, that old version of you does not have a seat at the next table in your ascension is initially what I'm hearing. Then also, I'm also hearing that the anxiety that you are feeling is to do with a change and upgrade in your frequency. You're moving to a higher level frequency where you'll start to notice where you have a lot less dips when it comes to your energy levels or when it comes to your mindset, okay? So there's a lot of thought clearing. There's something about your mind being rewired, okay? And there's also something here about your pineal glands being more activated, and something here about the activation of your pineal gland is taking up more energetic, a high vibrational frequency space within your mind body. Okay, so a lot of the projections that you was living by, or you was experiencing in your reality, are now shifting now. Okay, some of you are also getting premonitions and promptings of the type of people that are currently in your life at the minute that need to go, not because anything bad is happening, not because this person's done any kind of wrong, but because you guys are just gonna, as a fly, okay, you guys are just on different frequencies, okay, and this part of your path just requires something different from you. This fly's bothering me, bro. Sorry, it's bothering me. So there could be something here about chatter. When I see little black flies like that, it does talk about gossip. So I do feel like there's been a lot of talk around you at the minute. There's been a lot of talk about you changing. Okay, I just saw a butterfly in my mind's eye as well, and something about a clipped wing. So it's almost as if, like, I didn't see it on the butterfly itself, but after the butterfly, I saw a clipped wing. Like the butterfly, not that it had it, but I just heard clipped wing, okay? And I saw like a clipped wing, but it wasn't I didn't see the specification of what wing that animal it related to. So there's something here about someone or something trying to clip your wings, but you are getting your wings back, okay? So you are I'm seeing like wind beneath someone's like wings, like under a bird. So you are getting your energy back, your vigor back, your vitality back, in a sense. Because I feel like you've been taking a lot of hits, okay? Some of you may have felt like you was literally going insane, especially because your sensitivity has been increasing quite a bit. And I feel like for some of you, you may have recently had someone that's come into your life who has literally accelerated your ascension. Whether you are aware of it, whether this is intentional or unintentional, I feel like you may have someone who is quite high vibrational, whether you're aware of it or not, that has come in to assist you. Is giving very much earth angel energy, where they have come in and it's accelerated you, and you've noticed that since this person's come in, a lot of things have been shifting for you, but in a good way. I'm seeing the Judgment card in my mind. It's almost as if they are sources, like messenger to come and sort of dismantle what is not set in stone for you and what's not in resonance with you. So you may be noticing that this person is coming and helping to do a lot of clearing in your life by giving you realizations about certain people in your life, certain investments that maybe you have. I'm also hearing job roles as well. I feel like this person has come into your life to be the catalyst for change. I feel like for some of you, this person has come in to help you with up leveling your life. So you may notice that you're going through a glow up, whether that is physically through clothes, hair, makeup, things like that, or it could just be internally where you're starting to shift and be more open-minded to different perspectives, ways of being, and different levels of like conscious thinking is also what I'm hearing. Okay, so I'm just gonna get some cards and see. I'm seeing an eagle in my mind's eye as well. Birds are very, very significant. Okay, a synchronicity for you could be that you see a bird catching prey. They may have a small like mouse or worm in their mouth. This could be a synchronicity for you. I'm also hearing that saying, the early bird catches the worm first. But I'm also hearing that the night owl is the one who is the wisest. Okay, so some of you could be night owls where you're up at night time. Hold on, because it's going on the floor. Okay, so Archangel Raphael could be significant. He is known as the Archangel who has like the energetic signature of someone who provides healing. So you could be someone who is an energy healer. You could be someone who is very much into like healing arts. You could be a doctor. I am getting something like a like open heart surgery, so a heart surgeon. Something about being a I'm just hearing like you are someone who is known as like a surgeon. Okay, You could be, or you could be a doctor, a nurse, someone who works in the health sector, right? But I am hearing that there's be open to healing information is what's here on the card. So I feel like there's something here about you being in this space to receive this healing that you need at this time, and this may be requiring a lot of you to be in a space of rest. Okay, some of you, your nervous systems have been completely bombarded with so much situations, you haven't been regulating yourself to the degree that you need to. So for instance, you haven't been keeping up with maybe some of your spiritual practices, or you haven't been confiding in like your confidence to kind of confidants to be able to offload about certain things. Okay, some of you have never had anyone to offload onto, and I feel like going back to who I was speaking about before, where you've got people coming into your life that's uprooting, I feel like these particular individuals that you've got coming into your life are going to be your newfound confidants. Okay, so you're going to be, I'm so glad we're out of Mercury retrograde, because I just feel like my communication is just seamless now. When Mercury comes around, bitch, it's just headache. Anyway, back to the message. So I just feel like these particular individuals are going to be they're going to be the confidence. They're going to be like the space holders for you to be able to open, to offload. But it's not going to be in a way where it's going to be one-sided. I feel like you're both, or you and these individuals are going to be coinciding, where it's a thing where it feels easy to share with them because they're sharing with you, and there's going to be this mutual exchange. There's going to be this reciprocal energy that flows between the you and these groups of people, or you and this individual person. I feel like some of you are in this space where you will be opening up for the first time about some of your childhood traumas, and I am getting that a lot of the tears that for some of you that was shed out of this weekend or the past week or few weeks is to do with the deep rooted embedded trauma and energetic I'm hearing dents that have been left in your auric field and that still reside within your body. There's something here about liver and kidneys, okay, because that tends to be where we store a lot of anger. Okay, so there is something here about that, and I feel like the reason why this energy is coming up of all like your childhood traumas, especially relationship hurts as well, is coming up because you are in this space where you are about to experience something on the complete opposite side of what you have been through or what you have experienced. So if you've noticed that maybe the last, I'm hearing 10 to 15 years have just literally been a headache where it comes to connections overall, and there's just been a lot of lessons and learning and pain and so on and so forth, I am hearing that they have left you with open wounds, energetic open wounds, sun for confirmation. Okay, but what's going to be happening is the reason why all of this is coming up is so that it can be cleared out, so that you can experience the other side of the spectrum, or where all of your connections now coming in that you are going to be flooded with, is what I'm also hearing over the next 5 months, is going to be connections that are so loving unconditionally in a way that you did not expect. Okay, where you are going to be loved, you're going to be praised, you're going to be commended. There's going to be a lot of giving to you, and it's going to be because of, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so there's something here about also there's rearranging of certain things that are happening in your life as well. So you may find that you may have certain things that are irritating you, and you may find that there are people that are irritating you as well. Okay, I am seeing there's something here about having a level head when dealing with other people, especially in the workplace, because I am seeing that with your frequency increasing, there is this minimal tolerance for bullshit. Okay, like you just can't fathom how certain things and certain constructs are working, right, and how they pertain to you. And it's just like you are noticing that there are certain things that you are not willing to live with or willing to do because they just do not resonate with you. It's almost, I'm getting this energy of, why do I feel like I need to be doing things that I don't want to do? Why is this plane of existence and this realm built on the fact that I have to do uncomfortable things? Which, trust me, I totally understand, but there's this thing about you being level-headed and you finding a new operating system and how to deal with these things, or to remove them and to create a new sort of construct for yourself. Okay, I am also seeing that in dream time, astral travel, OBEs, you and your soul team members have been coming up with a plan in order to meet up in the physical realm. That is coming through very, very strongly, okay? I'm also getting that with this medicine guardian as well. I'm also getting that you have certain members of your soul family who are actually healers, and they've been healing you in the astral realms. Because they can't necessarily get to you physically yet, or there's something here about it's not the right time for you guys to meet in the physical world, okay? But there is something here about you mapping out this plan to come together, because the next part of your journey on this earth, on this realm, is very, very important, okay? There's also something about your vision, something about you having vision, like your vision being not as strong. But I'm getting, is it, hold on, wait, who is it? Is it Spider-Man? I know the new Spider-Man film's just come out, but Spider-Man, he's the one that, he wore glasses, right? And then when he got bitten by the spider, he didn't need to wear glasses no more. Is that the first Spider-Man? Please confirm. Someone knows what I'm talking about. But there's something here about that. It's like in reference to that, where you're in a space where there's something here about your DNA and genetic makeup upgrading, okay, and merging more with the soul aspects of who you are. And because of this, there are certain elements that you may have had before that are going to completely disappear. I'm hearing something about vertigo, okay, where you may have had that before, but now you're seeing that starting to reverse, okay? So you don't have it anymore. I'm also seeing something about back to the glasses and your sight. Maybe you had poor sight before, where you couldn't see either short distance, long distance. Something about maybe you had to wear glasses for a certain period of time, but you're noticing you're not needing those glasses now, or your the strength of the glasses are reversing, so they're not becoming, you don't have to get stronger ones, you're actually having to reduce the strength of your glasses because your sight is starting to come back, basically, okay? I'm also getting that for someone as well who cataracts, okay? Someone's going in for surgery for cataracts for their eyes, or someone who would be classed as not being able to see, blind, is actually starting to have vision come in, okay? That's for a small few of you though. Also, there's something here about the heart space. There's been a lot of healing with the heart space, like I had mentioned. There's a lot of past situations that have been coming up for clearing, which is why you've got this healing energy, okay? I'm also hearing like herbal teas and medicines is quite significant. Yeah, something here about herbal teas and medicines. Some of you bitters, drinking bitters is significant, but something about having more herbs in your diet, okay? Because there's certain herbs that agree very, very well with your body, and some of these herbs may call you out. They may get recommended to you, and when they do, you need to be able to integrate them into your diet, okay? But there is something here shifting. I'm hearing something about your shift with food as well. I know I got this before, but there's something here about your shift with food. And I'm also getting the fact that you're in this space where you are noticing that a lot of the things that bond people together don't necessarily, I wanted to say agree with you, but I don't feel like it's agreement. I think it's just that you're noticing that they don't resonate with you. So for an example, we are very aware that a lot of humans on this planet, we consume a lot of food, and food can be a lot of people's love language. Maybe you're not someone who is a lover of food, where you love food but you enjoy food, but you don't like the idea of, you know, you socializing with people, or social constructs based on the fact that food has to be involved, or alcohol has to be involved, or just things like that. The societal norms of how people connect and socialize is not something that you subscribe to, and this has been something that has been bothering you for a while, because you feel like you're missing out on connection, and Spirit is saying no. You are not the only person who thinks like this, feels like this, or who experiences this. And those that are coming in are going to be of the similar vibration as you, okay? So you don't have to be in a space of feeling like you can't connect to others, or I'm also hearing this as well, you feel like you can't get into like romantic relationships for some of you, or you've been scared of this because you don't know whether the person that you're attracting is going to subscribe to a lot of the social norms. And I'm hearing that with whoever you do connect with, these things that you are worrying about or that you are putting into your subconscious mind or conscious mind in general, you don't have to worry about those things. This person is going to appreciate you for who you are, and those are very minute things that you can get around, okay? Choose your path, direction, guardian. So remember when I was saying I was seeing an eagle, okay? Birds are very, very significant. Something about bird's eye view, okay? Higher perspective, seeing the broader picture. Also something over here about flying, okay? Your path is leading to travel. You are going to be traveling very soon, whether that is from city to city or country to country or island to island or island to country, whatever sort of combination that is, but you are going to be traveling very soon. I am seeing that some of you are going to be relocating, and some of you, the relocation is going to be pretty rapid. Some of you will be relocating with family, others of you won't be relocating with family, and then something about your family coming over at a later date. I'm also getting something about a visa, a permanent visa. Some of you are going to be approved for permanent visas after like 10 to 15 years or something like that, or your 10 to 15 year mark is coming up and you're about to be approved for a visa or approved for citizenship wherever you reside. I am seeing a green card, so a green card could be significant. But there's something here about you choosing your path, okay? Every step you have taken, you have chosen your path, even if it doesn't necessarily feel like it. Your soul has chosen this path, okay? And your soul is you. You are literally just following the compass of where your intuition is guiding you. And if you haven't, you are being guided to do exactly that. Is kind of what I'm feeling, okay? Lions are significant. Cows are significant. And even Archangel Seraphiel is significant because I'm seeing him in this card. He doesn't necessarily look like that, but I'm seeing him in this card because he can be represented by many faces, okay? Many animals as well, right? So also you have the seer here, which is talking about seeing beyond current situations, but that's not how I'm reading this card. I'm seeing that a lot of you are becoming very increasingly sensitive, okay? So I am seeing that over the next couple of months, especially leading up to the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, there is going to be a lot of emotions, and I'm hearing Spirit say allow yourself to feel free to feel these emotions. If you are randomly just out and you feel like crying, then cry. If you need to, I'm seeing someone go into their car and cry. You need to just let all of these emotions come out of your body, especially because you've been holding on to a lot of wrongdoings that have been done to you for a very long time. Is also another thing I'm picking up on. You may have experienced a lot of injustices over many years, and you've been trying to kind of get on with your life and be okay with the instances of these things happening to you, and being like it was part of, like, you know, just your growth and your character development and your evolution. But it's okay to be pissed about certain things that you have experienced that you feel are unfair. And I am feeling like some of you need to be in a space of either journaling or writing release letters or doing something to release this energy. Sun for confirmation, okay? So there's something about this energy being released, because once you release, it's kind of like you're in the space of seeing things. New energies can come in to give you new perspective, okay? It's kind of what I'm feeling. There's also something here about you stepping fully into your spiritual knowing as well, your spiritual gifts and abilities, your clear sentience, your clear sight, okay? Clairvoyance, all right? There's something here about you're seeing things, you're able to see things that your physical eyes don't, okay? There's also something here about someone experiencing their sight in a different way. I know I spoke about like your eyesight before, but there's something here about you experiencing your sight in a different way, okay? Whether people believe it or not, our physical eyes anyway, have a higher capacity to do a lot more than what they actually do, okay? a lot of the things that you see outside of us, like cameras, phones, all of these things are built and are inspired from the human makeup and genetics. So the camera mimics the human eyes, okay? AI mimics the aspects of the human brain and coming up with ideas and concepts and things like that. So what I'm seeing is that my ancestors are literally saying to me that our eyes were a lot more high vibrationally attuned, where with our physical eyes we would be able to do exactly what a camera did, where we could zoom into certain things and zoom out. Okay, we surpassed 2020 vision. Okay, whatever comes after 2020 vision and beyond, we had and do still have that capacity. So something about someone experiencing where they can make their eyes go blurry, stand for confirmation, or zoom in and zoom out. Okay, like you're noticing that your eyes can do that. Like you'll be looking at a building and you might focus on like a certain window, and you can notice that you can, the more you focus on it, it's like the closer and clearer your vision gets. That is very specific for just a few people. Okay, you are noticing that, and that is okay. But you're also noticing it in your third eye as well, where you might close your eyes after looking at something, but you can still see the image in your mind's eye and you can still zoom into it. Or sometimes you can see things without even having to have your physical eyes open, which is how it was back in ancient times, and is now that part of our knowing and technology is coming online again. Okay, learn from spiritual experiences. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of the spiritual experiences that you may have had, because to me everything is spiritual. Okay, I don't believe in coincidences. I just believe in I have a knowing in synchronicity. So a lot of the signs and synchronicities you've experienced has been for your growth and your evolution. And sometimes we get caught up with the aspect of thinking that it's just about us, and it's not. That's the whole point of you having interactions with other aspects of source that are just like you, but in different, obviously, ways. And I'm hearing the word fractions. Okay, so there's something here about letting yourself free to be loved, free to be yourself, free to be authentic, free to be seen is also what I'm hearing. Doves and white pigeons are significant. All right, all those multicolored white pigeons you get that are mixed with like white, brown, and like hints of pink. Hold on. Okay, so you've got the moon card here. Okay, so you are going to be increasingly sensitive around the full moon. I believe we've got a full moon coming up soon. Okay, is it in the next couple of days, give or take? All right, so you could be noticing that you're getting a lot of intuitive messages. This could be where the night owl comes in, where you are noticing that you are not sleeping and that you've just got a lot of information coming in. This will be a great time for you to log all that information, write it down, do video vlogs, record it, voice record it, write it down. Whatever medium is best for you is kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, and you also have the hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Okay, I'm also getting that with your fears and your desires, right? There's something here about you've always kept your fears and also your dreams to yourself. And there's something here about that not serving you any longer, and you being in a space to share that with obviously a trusted confidant or someone who's willing to hold space for you that you can trust. And there is going to be a clear indicator of who that person is. Now, whether this person is just in your life for a season or whether they are here for just a time, there is a reason for this. So this is helping you to open up, and I'm also hearing it's to confirm to you that trust is still alive, is how I'm hearing it. Okay, that there are good people in this world that you can still trust. Okay, because I feel like in this day and age, for some of you, you feel like you've been bombarded with so much information. It's almost like you don't know what is your own internal knowing, what you should take as truth. Okay, and what is actually like what you should take as truth and what you should like disregard or transmute. Okay, I'm also feeling like some of you are in this space of moving from being heavily in your masculine, where you feel like you have to do things by yourself, or you have to do them a certain way, to being more relaxed. I'm hearing more ebb and flow, going with the flow of things is kind of what I'm feeling. Okay. Some of you have also been having dreams of the moon. There's something here about dreaming of the moon, or you've been dreaming of multiple moons. The sun, yeah. So I do feel like, again, there is this, it's coming back round, it's looping, the sun and the moon. So it's kind of like you've got different contrasts that are going on at the minute. You've been moving from, like, with the moon, when it's new moon, it's kind of dark, right? So this is what Spirit's showing me. It's kind of like you're moving from the darker aspects. The moon can only be seen at night, and you're moving into the sun, where the sun is seen during the day, right? So you're moving from a dark period of your life into a very happy and more joyous and successful aspect of your life with the sun card here. Okay. And I feel like this, especially because we are in Leo season. I just realized that we are in Leo season. Okay. So with the sun being here, I feel like you're going to be experiencing some of those Leo aspects within sort of your experience. Okay, what you're doing, how you're being, like being more out there, or feeling this energy to want to do things, or to want to be out more. Or some of you may want to just experience your own energy on your own, and not necessarily have to be around people. So I am seeing that. So there is something here about this renewal that's happening for you at this time. Okay, but it does come with things, with aspects of you having to clear out of the old, especially from childhood stuff and things of that nature. So I'm just going to leave that message here, because it's getting on to 30 minutes plus on this reading, and I don't want to make it too long. So anyway, I bless that resonates. Sending you loads of love. For those of you that want readings and stuff like that, inbox me. Okay, sending you love.